How you doing, guys? File91e here for this week's Raw review from Sacramento, California, August 9th, 2010. This Raw was basically just the build-up to WWE SUMMERSLAM this Sunday. I want to be checking that out, so you need to check that out too. I also got all the SLURPEE cups now, so that's pretty cool. Now the whole big match tonight is the Edge and Jericho versus Bret Hart and John Cena lumberjack match with Nexus, or as the Lumberjacks. It was pretty interesting. Anyway, Bret Hart comes out first, talks about SummerSlam, Jericho and Edge, and his match tonight and his match then at SummerSlam, and that prompts Jericho to come out, and they start getting into it, and then that prompts Edge to come out to try to cool things down. Edge, says he wants to rejoin, shakes Bret Hart's hand, and then goes for a kick. Hart scouts it, then tries to go for a sharpshooter, but Jericho goes in with a thumb to the eye, and shabam, that was that. Then Edge and Jericho were running away, and then Bret Hart, looked to the screen, and we saw Natalya come out, and we saw the Hart Dynasty get beaten up by Nexus because they're beating up everybody that could be replacements for Edge and Jericho. So that's pretty interesting. They're beating up everybody, that could possibly be a replacement. I was kind of hoping Evan Ward would be, but apparently they're not doing that. I don't know why. Anyway, after a commercial, Cena calms down Bret Hart in the back, and Cena's trying to get the team together. That was like a big thing. And then we get The Miz versus Evan Bourne, the first match of the night. I was kind of hoping that they would not make Evan Bourne a jobber, but apparently they are, because he's too good for that. They were just feeding him to Miz, and trying to build The Miz up as this big guy. And honestly, to be perfectly honest, saying that he's going to be a future champion because everybody has won is only making it more clearer to me that he's going to be the first guy to not win the championship, from the Money in the Bank thing. He's going to be that first guy. Just you don't put it over like that. You got to make it a surprise, but saying it too much ruins the surprise. It's just like saying, it's just like like a magician saying, look at this hand, look at this hand, look at this hand, when really everybody wants to look at this hand because everybody's, already has looked at that hand and nothing's happening. So, I don't know, that's stupid. Anyway, there was a SmackDown SummerSlam commercial, and SmackDown again is coming to Baltimore September 7th. I doubt I'm going to that unless I can score some really cheap tickets. Sorry. Page 2. Anyway, it was Melina versus Alicia Fox in a non-championship bout. Of course, Melina won. I say Fox is a good show person, but she needs to work on her wrestling a little bit. She has some good charisma. Melina wins with the code red, which, if you don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube. Anyway, Josh Matthews interviews Great Khali, and Great Khali says he is with WWE and he wants Wade Barrett tonight. So, okay, apparently we're going to get Wade Barrett tonight. Anyway, during the championship, or during the commercial, the Raw GM makes a Divas Championship match at SummerSlam, Melina versus Alicia Fox. And he also makes the Wade Barrett versus Great Khali match up tonight. So, whatever. That Raw GM thing's stupid. Then we got Edge and Jericho. They're talking about how they want to beat up Cena and all that. Then we have R-Truth and Morrison, talking about different partners and whatnot. Then Mark Henry walks in saying that he's going to be a part. His next match is going to show why he should be on the team. Anyway, it was Ted DiBiase versus Mark Henry. They are doing nothing with Ted DiBiase because this match never even happened. Ted DiBiase got into the ring. Mark Henry came down, and all of a sudden, boom, Nexus beats up Mark Henry. Everybody forgets about Ted DiBiase. Come on, he's such a good talent, and they're not doing anything with him. I'm just so disappointed in that. Anyway, Nexus takes out Mark Henry and all that. They're beating up every possible replacement that wants to try. So Sheamus is on his way out as we go to commercial. So anyway, Lobsterhead comes out and he starts building SummerSlam and whatnot, and shows a video package on himself talking about how he's such a big dominant champion, year in this sport, and he's been going forever. Then Orton comes out, and they start talking back and forth and whatnot, and they build SummerSlam, and it's that I can't wait for that match. That match is going to be awesome. Then the GM starts saying that it's going to be no interference this summer, this Sunday at SummerSlam, because he wants, or whoever the GM is, wants Sheamus to win, a legit. But if Sheamus wins, Orton won't get a rematch, so that's a whole big thing. I think Orton's going to win. Anyway, so he wants Sheamus to fight Orton now and just kind of build this thing up. But Sheamus goes for a punch but pulls it and starts to leave. But Randy Orton starts beating him. They start fighting back and forth and beating him up. And then Randy Orton gets him down and goes for a punt kick, but pulls it, showing that he can pretty much just dismantle you at any time that he wants to with this one kick. But I thought it was cool. Anyway, there was a 6-on-6 NXT match. It was really quick. It was all the good guys versus the bad guys. But Sheamus was still at ringside, and of course I knew what was going to happen. Sheamus going to beat down everybody. Match. Husky Harris wins the match, and Sheamus starts going berserk, beating up everybody. It was interesting. It's an interesting way to build up that match. Anyway, R-Truth and Morrison versus Regal and Zack Ryder. R-Truth and Morrison won. It was a decent match. Seen some pretty good spots. I thought that was really neat. The standing Spanish Fly was cool. It's always a cool move. Next was a SummerSlam rundown. They started talking about SummerSlam and whatnot, and all of SummerSlam. It should be pretty cool. I think, hopefully. Anyway, there was the Divas Summertime Spectacular. I didn't watch this. I actually switched back and forth. Even though it had Santino in it, which is still a plus, I can't watch that crap. I really can't. I was watching, what was it? I think I was watching Rambo. Yes, that's right, Rambo on Spike TV. So I was watching Rambo, and apparently Tamina did something to Santino. I don't really know what happened. Nexus was shown beating down Great Khali. So Khali's pretty much out for SummerSlam. They've already confirmed that he's not going to be at SummerSlam. So there's going to be no Barrett versus Khali match tonight. And honestly, I just want to say I really like Wade Barrett. I think he could be a good main eventer in the future. He can wrestle really well. He has a good look to him, and he's not that bad on the mic. I really like him. I think he could go pretty far. So I really like it. So Nexus builds SummerSlam and warns everybody in the locker room. After that whole thing, they start the lumberjack match. Everybody comes out, and pretty much the match broke down right from the start. Edge and Jericho were pretty much just throwing Cena to the wolves out there, and just Nexus would beat him down and toss him back in, and they throw him right back out and all that stuff. But then Nexus wouldn't beat up Jericho. That was a pretty cool thing. Then eventually, Jericho accidentally hit Barrett and got thrown out, and then Nexus started beating up Edge and Jericho. The match pretty much just went to hell, and everybody started getting beat up. Nexus beat up Jericho and Edge, and then Cena and Bret Hart were getting ready for for their beatdown, and Nexus got ready to all got up onto the ring apron at the same time and ready to go pounce on Cena and Hart, and then Edge and Jericho came back to the ring. That was pretty cool. And then Morrison and Truth came out. So everybody was there. It was it was a really cool thing. Who's the seventh guy? We could be the Miz. I'm not sure. We don't know. There was a segment back then I forgot to mention. So Raw went off the air with the WWE guys getting rid of the Nexus guys. So that was pretty cool. And I don't know. I liked it. That ending was good. Now I'm only giving this Raw a 6 out of 10 because there really wasn't too much going on. They did a lot of build for SummerSlam, which was good. They really built SummerSlam up nicely, but the whole Raw, as in and of itself, really kind of stunk. I mean, there's hardly any matches. The stupid Divas thing, that was just horrible. I don't know. It was bad for Raw. I'm only giving it like a 6. Barely, but that's what it is. So. Yeah. So watch SummerSlam. I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm probably do another video with SummerSlam predictions, just because this video is taking a long time. So I will post that up later, maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. We'll see. And so yeah, I'll be over at Cornjack's place to watch SummerSlam, and I'm not sure if we might stream something or not. I'm not sure. We'll let you guys know. So I'll see you guys next week for another Raw review, which is the aftermath of SummerSlam. Bye, guys.